What is soup Joumou? I'm glad you asked. Soup Joumou is a delicacy, a soup that the French slave masters used to enjoy, but unfortunately the slaves couldn't partake. And then back in January 1st, 1804, once the slaves received their independence, they decided, let's make this particular soup. So January 1st, 1804, the slaves, once they received their freedom, they decided this is something that we're going to create for ourselves and enjoy. And from that point on, we've been enjoying this delicious soup ever since. So, I do have 4 marinades here. We have the original in mild and spicy, ginger and herbs, and also sweet heat. But on today, what we're going to use is the original spicy. We do have, and to prepare the soup Joumou, we have the carrots here. We have, of course, you need your pumpkin. We have sweet potatoes, cabbage. We also utilize some potatoes here. You need to have your pastas, which we have the big macaroni and also the pastas here. We have yams, leek, celery, sour orange, and we use this on the meat to clean the meats. We also have here green onions, onion, scotch bonnet. You have to have scotch bonnet. And also thyme and some bouillon cubes. So let's get started. Let's get cooking. So right now, what we're doing, we're cleaning our meats. We're taking the sour orange and also lemon to make sure that we clean and clean the meat. After we're rubbing the sour orange and the lemon onto the meat, then we also have to rinse out the meat as well. And this is all part of cleaning the meat. Okay, so now we're going to take an empty pot and we're going to add oil onto the pot. And let that warm up. And then we have our meat here, and you can use any meat you choose. But right now we're using oxtail. And then the next step is to add the marinade. The original spicy, Nikki's original spicy marinade. And this has all the vegetable, garlic, parsley, the herbs and spices with extra virgin olive oil. And it's definitely going to enhance the flavor of any meat. Absolutely delicious. And once you add the marinade, you have to, and the aroma, it smells so good. Definitely, if you do not have Nikki's marinade in your kitchen, you need it. Yum, this smells delicious. So the next step we're going to do is add the Maggi. All right. And let that just soak in and do its thing. It smells delicious, guys, already. Okay, we added the epis, and then we added also the bouillon cube in there, and we're just gonna let it simmer and let it kind of combine together and let it. And now the star of the dish is the squash. So we're gonna take the squash, which has already been cleaned, and we're going to put it into the pot. And once you place the squash in the pot, and then we're going to take it, transfer it here to the stove, so that way it can boil. So now we're going to take our cabbage, and we're going to cut our cabbage in small sections. So that way that can also boil as well and cook as well. It's very important that you always wash your vegetables. And we're also going to chop the celery into small sections. And then what we're going to do next is cut up the onions. No particular fashion. It's just, you know, just chopping it down so that way. So the next step, we're cutting up our leek. And this bowl is just our garbage bowl. Everything that we cut up, we just put it in this bowl here, and then we clean later. It just makes life a lot easier. So right now what we're doing, we're cleaning the leeks. It's very important that you clean the leek because sometimes there's like dirt within the inside of the crevices. So we have to make sure that that's clean and all the dirt is removed. It's so much fun having help in the kitchen. Things go by so much quicker. So now what we're doing is the browning process. The water is all dried, and then we're making sure that the beef gets its color. Delicious. And while we're doing that, while we're stirring this, we're also going to check on the other pot here, checking on our squash. All right, it's still going, still cooking, so that's good. Now, after the browning process, then we add the vegetables. And don't worry, I washed my hands. My hands are clean. I get excited every first of the year or the beginning of the year just to enjoy soup Joumou. It's amazing. I definitely hope you try this recipe at home. So once we've added our vegetables, earlier we removed the beef stock, and then we're going to incorporate it back with the vegetables, so that way the vegetables can not only provide it with its flavor, but also to cook down as well. So at this particular time, what we're doing, we're taking the squash and we're putting it into a bowl so that way we can blend it. So what we just did was we had the squash that we peeled the skin off, and we added onto the blender with the broth from the squash, and we blended it up so that way we can also implement that with add that to the vegetables and the meat as well. Now we're just adding the pumpkin broth. On va cuire bois.
Yeah.
Puis du.
Right.
Oh, this one's soft. Okay. Stirring everything in together. And then just allowing everything to cook and thicken. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the boy and we're going to put it into the soup. Very easy process, and it's absolutely delicious with the soup. The entire process takes about an hour and 30 minutes, but when I tell you, it is amazing and it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So now it's time to plate and eat. When you guys decide to do it, you guys are going to enjoy it just as much as we are. Although you can make it at any time of the year, but there's nothing like making it on the new year. It's just something about it. Delicious.
Nikki, that was very good.
It is very good.
I love it. It's yummy.
It's absolutely delicious.
Yes.
Listen, I hope you guys at home decide to make this delicious soup joumou. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as we enjoyed making this video for you. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Have a good one.
Thank you for
Happy New Year.
inviting me. For
Absolutely.
Just
Wait a minute. Yes. Spoons, couple spoons of this.
It's very yummy. Nikki, good job. I'm gonna come to your house to drink soup every year.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad.